the moment you've all been waiting for. That's right. So today I'm going to be doing part 3 of my mother of all book hauls, and this is the third and final part in this series, which consists of graphic novels. I really do apologize for the amount of time it's taken for me to get to this point. I purchased some graphic novels in like May or June, but then I went to go visit my sister in July, and she took me to a comic book store, and damage was done. That's why this has taken even longer. Felt like I just needed to wait so I could show you guys everything together. Bigger, badder, longer book haul, you feel. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and get on into it. The first 3 are part of a graphic novel series that I'm pretty sure each and every one of you have already heard of. It is the Saga series by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, which consists of Saga Volume 1, Saga Volume 2, and Saga Volume 3. I am not going to go into detail about this series because I've talked about it so many times on my channel, and so many people have talked about it so many times on their channel, but I will just say that this is a series that has been very hyped on BookTube, and it deserves every ounce of that hype. It gets better with each volume, and I cannot wait for volume 4 to come out. I've heard that it's coming out in November, but I haven't really heard that confirmed. I've just heard that kind of stated on some channels here and there. I hope it's true because I need it like air, and how are you gonna breathe with no air? The next graphic novel that I picked up is From Hell by Alan Moore and Eddie Campbell. Alan Moore is known for V for Vendetta and Watchmen, and he's just a very renowned graphic artist. This book is about Jack the Ripper. He was a serial killer during the Victorian era, and he I think he mostly just killed prostitutes. No one could ever find anyone to charge with the murders. No one could ever find anything, and it's just so spooky. It's so creepy. It's just another Alan Moore that I never picked up, and the subject matter is intriguing to me. We all know I'm a creeper who likes reading about serial killers, so that's not weird, right? The next graphic novel that I picked up is called Sleepwalk and Other Stories by Adrienne Tomine. If you guys watch my introduction to graphic novels video, you know that I am a huge fan of Adrienne Tomine. I just love his artwork. I love his writing style. I love everything about him. And I honestly just feel like more people need to pick up some Adrienne Tomine because he is brilliant. He's incredible, and I don't ever hear him talked about. So you guys just look at this. Look at this majesticness. Look at this beauty. Okay? Have I convinced you yet? Have I? He's so intelligent, and his narrative is so gripping, and it's often funny and dark and twisted and sad. It's really just all the things that I loved rolled up into one, and I'm just so looking forward to picking this up. Really, truly looking forward to it. The next book that I picked up is another book by Adrienne Tomine, and this is the first book that I picked up whenever I went to the comic book store that my sister took me to in July. This volume is called Scrapbook, and it is a bind-up of Adrienne Tomine's uncollected work from 1990 to 2004. It's kind of like a lovely kind of coffee table read, I would say, if I trusted people enough to leave this on a table and let them drink coffee by. Basically, every single piece of artwork is something I could see myself framing and hanging up. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I am so looking forward to steadily making my way through this book. If that little glimpse did not just convince you that you need to be picking up some Adrienne Tomine, you have no soul. I'm sorry. I can't help you. The next graphic novel that I picked up is Sandman by Neil Gaiman. Now, I really don't need to go into telling you guys who Neil Gaiman is. I think everyone who is a part of the BookTube community, whether they make videos or whether they watch them, you know who Neil Gaiman is, okay? If you don't, he was the author of Coraline. He is fantastic. He is just Neil Gaiman. I like to think of him as like the Tim Burton of the book world. I don't know if anyone else thinks of it, but to me, they're like kindred souls. Very similar work. I'm really not too sure what this is about. I think it's like a horror. It's more of a horror. I mean, it's in the horror genre, I believe, which is not peculiar for Neil Gaiman. It's apparently very dark, very scary, and has been praised by Stephen King, so yeah. I've heard about this series for years now, and I don't know why it's taking me this long to pick it up, but I'm so looking forward to finally doing so, and I feel like this will be a really good thing to pick up during Halloween. I think I need to add it to my October TBR. I think it just needs to happen right now, you know. The next graphic novel that I picked up is Why the Last Man by Brian K. Vaughan. If that name sounds familiar, it's because I just talked about this dude, but this is actually his debut work. It says, welcome to the unmanned world. In the summer of 2002, a plague of unknown origin destroyed every last sperm, fetus, and fully developed mammal with a Y chromosome, with the apparent exception of one young man and his male pet. Now aided by the mysterious Agent 355, the last human male, Yorick Brown, must contend with dangerous extremists, a hoped-for reunion with a girlfriend on the other side of the globe, and the search for exactly why he's the only man to survive. I don't know, it sounds interesting, and I am just all for picking up more Brian K. Vaughan. Like, seriously, people have recommended a few of his works for me recently on Goodreads, and I just want to thank you all so much because I didn't realize how much he's already written, so I definitely want to explore this while I'm waiting for the next volume of Saga to come out, because that's a pickle. The next graphic novel that I picked up is David Boring by Daniel Clowes. I love Daniel Clowes. He wrote my favorite graphic novel of all time, Ghost World. I have talked about that graphic novel so many times. Now, not having read Daniel Clowes, any of his other work apart from Ghost World, I feel like he definitely writes more of the outcast characters, because from what I can tell, this is about a 19-year-old teenage boy who is just sort of an outcast. I think it kind of chronicles his first experience falling in love and how he handles that, and maybe a breakup and how he handles that, and I'm not exactly sure, but just let me show you something, okay? Just look, like, can you, like, seriously, just... His artwork is beautiful, and I'm so excited to read this. It could be about the most boring thing. Oh, hello. That's intense. Okay. It could literally be the most boring book in the world. I don't know. I highly doubt it, but regardless, I'm still gonna read it because the artwork is phenomenal, and I'm pretty sure that the story will be as well. And the last graphic novel that I picked up, one that I just recently got off of Amazon, and it is Black Widow, The Finely Woven Thread. I had no idea that they were coming out with a graphic novel series centered around Black Widow, aka Natasha Romanoff. If you're familiar with the Marvel movies, the Avengers, Iron Man, etc., I'm pretty sure you know who this chick is. She is a badass Russian spy, and she has a very dark past. She has many stories to be told, and you just kind of get a glimpse of it in the movies. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with this whole series that is going to center around her. And if you guys have any more recommendations for Marvel comic books, please let me know, because I've always been a bit of a DC girl, and I definitely want to delve into Marvel. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. I'm so incredibly looking forward to this. Yeah. Okay, so this officially ends my Mother of All book haul series. It was a doozy. If I had combined all the videos into one, it would have been well over 30 minutes, so I felt like this split up scenario worked pretty well. Maybe, I don't know. Most of those I got when I was visiting my sister, and I actually bought so much stuff when I was visiting her. We went on some, actually I just went on a shopping spree. She was pretty good, but it was crazy. So if you guys want to see like another haul, some of the things are kind of book related, but some of them are just random weird things. So if you guys want to see those and see what other things I'm interested in besides books, and basically just see what a big nerd I am, let me know. Alright guys, so that's all for this book haul. I hope that you enjoyed it. It was a long time coming, and I will say that despite all of these books, I have still bought some more recently. So this definitely isn't the last book haul you're going to see from me, despite the fact that it should be, because there's so many freaking books. In the comments below, I would love for you guys to let me know which of these graphic novels you've read, which of them you liked, which of them you didn't like, why you like them, why you didn't like them. All of those things you know that I want to know. Alright guys, so that's all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one.